You thought Elliott Wolf was done? Nope. Literally seconds after I published the Keon White video. Seconds. The New England Patriots make another trade. This time, sending Kyle Duggar and a 7th-round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers in exchange for a 6th-round pick. Once again, a pick swap, and the Patriots, they make 2 moves on defense. This one I'm not really kind of a big fan of. Do I think the Patriots needed to kind of move off of Kyle Duggar at this point? 100%. He was falling off of the Patriots kind of just depth chart. He has fallen off of the rotation. But the fact that the Patriots don't have many depth pieces at this point really make this move a little bit questionable. It comes from Adam Schefter and was confirmed by all of the Patriots reporters. I mean, for Kyle Duggar, his contract, the $58 million contract, they've been trying to trade him since the offseason. They've been trying to trade him since preseason. We saw the report coming in from Ian Rappaport that back in August that they were hoping to trade him and they were looking to trade him before the season started. But then it turns out nobody wanted that contract, so they say, all right, well, we're not doing anything. And they kept him. We saw at one point Kyle Duggar playing in the literal preseason game, the last second of a preseason game. But now he's on his way to the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is why I subscribe to the channel. Once again, I finished the video for Keon White. I published it over on YouTube. And then the next thing I know, ting, the Patriots get once again, another trade. It was, like I said, writing on the wall for this team. I think that Kyle Duggar needed a fresh start. He was not a very good player last year. 2024 stats, he played in 13. He was playing on a sprained ankle the whole entire season. 81 tackles. 8 tackles for loss, 1 QB hit, 4 PBUs, not good. And then you go to 2025. He did play in 7 out of the 8 games, started in 4 of them because you saw the injuries to Jalen Hawkins. We saw him against the Saints. And the first play of the game, the very first play of the game. Guess what? 53-yard bomb to Chris Olave. And I was kind of wondering, all right, are the Patriots going to are they going to find a trade partner? Well, the Steelers are decimated with injuries. And we saw at the beginning of the season when the Patriots cut Jabril Peppers. And we're still making that question of why the hell did the Patriots cut Jabril Peppers? And who picked him up? The Pittsburgh Steelers. And now they're trading for the other Patriots safety. So the 2 starting safeties that you had in the 2024 season are now over in Pittsburgh, which is kind of crazy to say. And Duggar's just not had a good season. 17 tackles, no pass breakups. If you look at the advanced stats, they weren't that great either. It was 6 targets with 7 targets with 6 completions. It wasn't good for the man. It was not good for Kyle Duggar. But I didn't want to see him go until the end of the season because you had multiple reasons why, and the main reason is depth. And I'll get into the depth, but I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. The hard-hitting football action is even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks, simple to play. Just pick more or less than 2 6-player stat projections, and if your picks are right, you can cash in. You know, Prize Picks, they invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if your picks don't hit. I didn't make a lineup tonight. Kind of love to stick with the football. But you know, basketball season is upon us. We got baseball postseason. Hockey's upon us. We got the championship in the best motorsport in the world upon us. Yeah, All of those sports are on Prize Picks, and you make your picks less than 60 seconds. Turn your takes into cashy all season long on Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, let me bring up these stats for you guys real quick because I wanted to just see. I have Keion White's stats up here because obviously Keion White just got traded away, and I'm trying to see what I have here. There we go. And just everything in particular because he was the main part of this Patriots roster, and he slowly started to decline. I mean, Jalen Hawkins and Craig Woodson are incredible players. You saw the pick from Jalen Hawkins. It was just one hand, boom, caught. Kyle Duggar can't do that. Kyle Duggar cannot do that. He dropped to 38.8% of the defensive snaps this year in Mike Vrabel's scheme, like a backup role. But as I talked about a backup role, your backups at safety are now two guys that don't see the field at all. And don't get me wrong, I don't think Kyle Duggar is that good of a player. I don't think he fits well in the Mike Vrabel scheme. We have seen clearly with both the trade to Keion White and the trade with Kyle Duggar that they want to start their own system. They want to start what they think is fit right. And Keion White, with his only bull rushing type moves, no type of pass rushing skill set, it doesn't work out. So it's kind of, hey, you want to get your new scheme. We saw them constantly move off of players. That was probably the main reason why that they got rid of Jabril Peppers. We don't know the true reason why, but still. But if you look at Kyle Duggar, 38%. He is your backup. Now your only backups are Del Pettis and Brendan Schooler. And I talked about it in the Keion White video. If you guys want to go watch it. And we just got the notification here from me and Rappaport, which makes complete sense on why they're trading for Kyle Duggar. Deshaun Elliott, who is their other safety, was placed on injured reserve. So that makes sense why they're trading for him. But Del Pettis is an undrafted free agent. He doesn't play that much. And Brendan Schooler, don't get me wrong, he is one of the best special teams players in the NFL. Special teams. He's not fit to be a safety. We saw him play in the Bills game. We saw Mike Vrabel and Zach Kuhr trying to call up defensive rotations because Jalen Hawkins was out with the hamstring injury. And the first play that I saw Schooler on the field was a penalty. That was the first play that I saw. It was a penalty. So that's where I'm just like, you have no insurance. Craig Woodson was dealing with an ankle injury the whole entire last week. He did play, and he still played great. Jalen Hawkins was dealing with a hamstring injury. He's back now. But in the back of your head, you're thinking, hey, injuries happen. An injury can happen in a second, in a split second. Why do you think they're trading for Keion White? Why do you think they're trading for Kyle Duggar? Injuries. The 49ers are decimated at the edge position. The Steelers are decimated at the safety position. If one player goes down, and I'm knocking on my wood hoping that nothing happens, but if something goes down, you're done. So maybe the Patriots have a plan. Maybe they'll bring someone into the practice squad to help. But right now it is just, you're weak at the safety position now. You get draft picks and you're loading up on the 6th round draft picks to, hey, maybe make a trade for something. Maybe make a trade for a haul. I don't know. But I was opponent of keeping Kyle Duggar. So you let me know down in the comment section. Grade the trade. A, B, C, D, or F. It's a pick swap. Patriots sending Kyle Duggar and a 7th round pick to the Steelers in exchange for a 6th round pick, all 2026. And I also don't think that the Patriots are done. Saw from Diana Rossini. She tweeted right after the Keion White trade happened that she doesn't think they're done being sellers. She doesn't think they're done being buyers before the November 4th trade deadline. So this is the first of many. The very first of many moves at the Patriots. The Patriots were on fire today. Started off the day with a extension to Marcus Jones. Spam Jones in the comments. Then you trade Keion White. And then you trade Kyle Duggar. And I think they're also going to trade for a player. There's no safety to trade for, but I think that an edge rusher could be coming over to New England very, very, very soon. And that's why I subscribe to the channel. I'm bringing you guys breaking news videos every single time something happens. Could be sitting in my room, could be out in the Chat Sports studios, could be out at the gym. I was planning on going to the gym. I don't know now. But that's why you subscribe. And as always, let's go Pats, baby. Let's go Pats.